Let's go 1 to 10. Come
Let's
on, lads.
go. Let's go the whole hog then. 10th,
Newcastle.
Jim? Yeah, agree.
100%.
Agree. Playoff, two-legged playoff against a team that can get promoted from the champ. Maybe Coventry. Maybe Donny. Maybe we'll have that Northern team, but it'll be Donny instead of Newcastle. But we'll both go Newcastle. 9th, Jim?
Gloucester.
Yeah, I agree there.
Two big signings in Gareth Anscombe and Thomas Williams.
Yeah.
But
Christian Wade as well.
Christian Wade. Be interested to see how he goes.
Yeah. He's chasing the record.
He is chasing the record.
Yeah, Ashley's record.
This one here has killed me to say it.
I know, I've got it as well. 8th position. Saracens.
Sarries. Have you said it as well? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And look, anyone who doesn't call me an honest man, I've looked at the league, I've looked at the ins and outs, and I am, remember, a non-expert, okay? And I found, I didn't want to put them there. I wanted to put Exeter there and move Sarries up. It's so hard. This is the hardest year to call because of the transition that Saracens are in. I think Faz, I believe it was right for him to go. I think it was the right time for him to leave. The Vunipolas, the right time for them to leave. I'm looking at who they've got. I know they've got this Fergus Burke coming in, who is like a Geordie Barrett from what I'm hearing, that kind of specimen of an athlete. Is he not that big? Well, that's how they've sold it. That's how it's been sold.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm sold. But he's got not only big boots to fill, but he might be filling Finn Russell's boots as well because he's going to be Scottish, is what I'm hearing. But is he enough?
Yeah. Sam Spink at Spink as well. Sam Spink?
Yeah. Sam Spink will be good. Is he signed from the Force in Australia?
He has, Jim.
There you go.
When I was in Portugal, I went to watch Sarries train and took a close family friend who's a big Sarries fan. Genuinely, I'm looking around. Marrow's there, Jamie George is there, Elliot Daly, Alex Goode, Lazowski. So, some big names, Ben Earl as well. Actually, when I say those names, I can't believe you put them in 8th, Jim. But I'm looking at training and it was weird. Being allowed behind the scenes to watch Sarries training because I thought I'd get hounded out. But Joe Shaw, shout out to Joe Shaw, actually, legend of a bloke, let me come in and watch and bring him a Sarries fan. But I'm looking at it going, don't recognise many of the players. But then you go McFarland, Christie. They've got some good players, Jim. I can't believe you've done this to him.
Evan Van Sil.
Yeah.
You're right. And maybe that's because they've
6th.
lost the two Vunipolas.
Change
You
it.
move them up if you want then. Yeah, all right. I'll put Exeter. Let's put Exeter in 8th. But this is it. This is the discussion. This is what it is. And I hope I'm wrong. And we will see. But it's hard to call.
Yeah, it'd be a transition year for them. But they've still got a lot of test quality and championship winning mentality in that squad. So, Jim, you're harsh putting them in 8th, especially as you're an ex-player.
Oh, gosh. I love
7th
Sarries
then, Jim?
as well. Sarries.
Oh, Exeter 8th, Sarries 7th. Okay.
Well, good. You keep asking me. What have you done?
I've got Exeter in 7th. So,
Okay, so me too. So I've mixed and matched whether or not they're there.
Yeah.
Or
few
8th.
few
7th,
injuries. Some youngsters.
Yeah, Source Lady's out longer than they first thought. Big old shoulder up. Takes a while to come back from them.
They got Zach Wimbush, though, and he has got a big bush and he's big. Is he Welsh, Jim?
Well, if he's any... I can't even say it. He might be Welsh, but if he's good enough, he'll say he wants to play for England like they all do. But I'm not.
I'm in 7th. 6th, Jim?
Should we say it together?
Yeah. Bristol's.
Okay,
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I agree on that. What they've done, Bristol's, they've lost Carl Sinclair, Vakatawa, Sheedy. But they'll still be there or thereabouts. Genji's there, Luatua.
Bought in Bill Matter from Magnus Bradbury.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have they...
They finished towards the end of the season, so if we can get that momentum back. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be very tight. It always is tight from kind of, trying to get into that top 4. So yeah, we'll both go Bristol's at 6th. 5th, Jim. Who are you going for?
Oh, Sale. Between
Really?
Sale and Quins.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Sale.
There you go. You're putting Quins in the top 4 then. So you put your Saracens in 7th or 8th. Depends what way the wind's blowing. And you put your Quins in the top 4. So you've gone.
I think Quins are going to be very good this year. I don't know why. I know they've lost a few players. I've just got a feeling.
There you go.
It's a horrible feeling as well.
5th, I went Quins to not make the top 4. It's good news, Jim. You're back in one of your old clubs to get back in the top 4 as well. 4th, yeah. James. Who have you got down as 4th?
I put Quins in 4th.
Okay. Yeah.
So you went Quins 5th?
I went Quins 5th. And
there you go. So we're not far away.
Yeah.
We're not far away. So yeah. I went Quins 4th. Yeah, they've obviously lost some players, but I've heard Cassius Cleves. Hell of a name, like you said, Andrew.
Hell of a name.
Hell of a name. He plays in the back 3. They've got a decent back 3 as well, with Caden Murley, Nick David. There's a few more.
Tyron Green.
And
Rodrigo Iskro as well. Wheels. So you're giving Quins a big shout out, Jim. I think they'll miss Esther Hazen massively. Marcus Smith's going to be pulling the strings ring on a lot of pressure on him this year. Lions tour at the end of the year as well. Then Jim, who's going to miss out on the home semis?
Leicester.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, top 4 is great. I think they are going to be miles better this year. A bit of stability. If they keep a lot of them fit, they've got a hell of a squad on paper. Yeah, but you've got Montoya, you've got Coley, you've got some grunt up front in the scrum. Chesham and George Martin in the second row. Ingham boys, obviously. Liebenberg in the back row. Tommy Raffel. The names just keep coming in terms of the quality. You've got Van Portfleet or Ben Youngs at 9. Andre Pollard when he comes back from the championship. You've got Vola Vola at 10 now they've signed. Isaiah Paresi in the centres is class. Solomon Akata, Mike Brown, they've got a lot of experience. Anthony Watson, hopefully back fit. Good team. And they've got Czechs in charge. So in Czechs, we believe and we trust.
And Deeks.
And they've got Big Deeks, who's now the forwards coach, isn't he, Jim?
Yes, sir.
Well, he's not Big Deeks, he's Little Deeks, isn't he? But
yeah, he's Little Deeks. He's the youngest.
So Leicester are going to be a damn sight better, I think, this year than they were last year. I'm going Saints in 3rd, Jim.
Saints in 3rd?
Yeah.
The champions, mate.
Yeah, but they've lost Courtney Laws, they've lost Ludlam, they've lost Waller. A 5th of their starting team gone. I
think they get better this year.
The impact that Courtney had last year and Luds in the back row.
Very true. Very true.
And they haven't really made any blockbuster signings. Josh Kemeny is a decent player, but those 3 players were... And it's hard to... You judge them as players, but also they were proper Northampton lads as well, weren't they? Which sometimes gives you an extra 5 or 10% in a performance. So I think they'll still be very good, Saints, but I'm going to go Leicester to pip them.
Yeah, I think Finn Smith comes of age this year, properly.
Yeah. So you don't think Finn Smith came of age last year, Jim, in the final with the drop goal?
Yeah, he did, but I mean another level.
Proper.
I think Lions year, that kind of 50-50 between Marcus Smith. Yeah, I think he's that good.
Good.
I do.
I
think winning last year, give him the confidence, getting capped as well. So...
Okay, Jim, your top 2?
Bath. I've gone for 1. Northampton 2.
Yeah. Repeat of the final, eh?
Repeat of the final.
That's what opens the season on Friday night down in Bath.
There you go. But for me, it's an obvious one to say to keep Finn Russell fit, but he's massive for them.
Yeah.
Him and Ben Spencer.
Ollie Lawrence as well. Yeah, I mean, you look at Bath and do you know what? They came up short last year and they say you've got to lose a final to win one or lose a couple of finals to win one, don't they? And with Ross Maloney coming in, Guy Pepper as well from Newcastle, who was very good in a very poor Newcastle team last year. Not that they need any more back rowers with Underhill and the likes. Ted Hill as well. I want to say it now. If Bath don't win it this year, I think it's their best opportunity to win the league for God knows how long. They've got the most settled squad. Not many players really left. I'm looking at it going, if they don't win it this year, Bruce Craig sell up and run away. Because they're in a great spot. You know, Maloney's gone in there as well, who's a great signing. Detoy was brilliant from last year, wasn't he? I know he's playing for South Africa at the minute in the Rugby Championship squad, but Abano, you know, they've got quality all the way through. And if they don't win it, they've got one of the best coaches in Lee Blackett. They've got to be favourites, and that favourites tag can be big pressure. But if there is a man that can handle that pressure, it's Big Finn, isn't it? So if he goes down, they're fucked. But yeah, I'm going Bath and Leicester as my top 2, James.
There you go.
And I'm going to back Czechs to do it on season 1.
Really?
Yeah, I'm back in Leicester. Of course I am.
Yeah, of course you are.
And all that stuff. And the Andy Goode
Feed
suite's
the
going to be
dog.
absolutely jammed this year. So, yeah.
Is it still happening, the Andy Goode suite?
Yeah, mate. It'll be there.
Why being weird when I say it? Why are you saying it like that? Why is it just...
Oh, no, it's there.
Yeah.
It's there. Pints every week. You want to come down? Get yourself down to the Andy Goode suite. It's not called the Andy. It's called the Champions Club, but I call it the Andy Goode suite. So
That's fine. Humble.
Yeah, very humble.
Pod.
Rugby pod.